So, hello everyone, again here to Mikey's live stream. I think there were some problems now with the event I've scheduled, and I hope we'll come together now in this chat room here. So it would be nice if I get a feedback if you can now hear and see me all. So, hello everyone, again here to Mikey's live stream. I think there were some problems now with the So everything works now. Okay, thank you. Good. I think I will have to learn a little bit again about this event scheduling now, but now we're all together and we can go on with the program. Okay, again, everyone, hello and welcome to Mikey's live stream. I hope there will be some visitors now in this evening here, and I hope they won't be shocked now about these technical difficulties I had now. Okay, so what have we had with the project now going on? I think we can go away with this name here. So the Eyebrow window, that was a really big project. I think you have seen everything what I've done there, and this was the most complex project I've done so far, and I thought that it would be finished in a much shorter time, and then it was a so long process, and of course holidays came during this project, so it was a little bit longer than I expected. But it came out nice, and I have a cockpit photo of the actual cockpit here. I think I can show this to you. So where have it? And the cockpit section there, I have made a picture of the cockpit, how it looks like now. So there we are. You can see there the Eyebrow windows installed, and everyone who has seen the latest video of me, there are these detailing parts here which are installed now. Yes, everything, the window frame, the window coverage is here now, and I've brought in these pedestal here again, and some chairs. Don't be afraid, these won't be the chairs for the final cockpit, just for sitting in there and seeing if the dimensions are clear. Okay, so that's the cockpit. Yes, and now I thought I'd talk about some upcoming projects here. And this will be not a project for the cockpit itself, but a side project to make things for the cockpit. And I have a picture also of this here. I will show you. There we have it. And I think you can guess what it is. This is a CNC router. Some of you said it's a CNC engraver. I think this will be also okay to call it like this. This machine is made from birch plywood, and you can download and buy the plans at the website here, holzmechanik.de, and it has a working area of 30 by 30 centimeters. So I will make some modifications to this and to get a little bit bigger working area of 30 by 50 centimeters. So I will make this longer, but I will come with details of this in the videos. And there we come to the following steps I want to show you. So I've made this here. So there we have it, the schedule, and there will be a channel trailer. This is the first topic I've set on my list here, but I don't know if I will make this the first. To make a channel trailer, I have to be very creative, and it shouldn't be just a low trailer with no content in it, so I will have to think a little bit about it, but it will come to the channel. And then here we have this Solidis, so it is called Solidis CNC, and I will film the build process of the y-axis of this machine. And I've thought a little bit if I should film building this CNC, because I will use it later to make things like panels or cut out some things, but I thought that will result in a very long stop, a break of making videos for the channel. And so I thought I could let you come with me into this process of making the CNC router and just make videos and watch this. So then it is splitted into the y-axis. Another video will cover the x-axis and the z-axis. Then I will assemble all these axes and make the portal. It's a router where the portal doesn't move, but the working surface is moving. So it's a little bit different from many CNC machines you see on YouTube. And then I will make some dust bellows to keep the dust outside from the electronics and the mechanics. And then I will make the electronics for this CNC. After this, I will come to the software installation that is needed, and then a first test run will be done. So, what I will do with this CNC machine then, this will be the EFIS panel. And I will make an EFIS panel from acrylic and engrave it just to see how it comes out, if I can backlight it later, and so on. Then I will come and making the MCP panel. And this will be the first panel where the router can get to its full working length. I've made it 50 centimeters long because the MCP panel will have a length of 47 centimeters, and so I think this will be the most challenging panel on this router. And I will not build the complete EFIS or MCP panel. I will just cut it and paint it and engrave it. So then I will make the glare rings and annunciators for the glare rings, and making a little bit of electronic, and also try how I can connect the LEDs to light a button or a panel. And then I will have to make some glare shield revisions and the covering of the glare shield. What revisions am I talking to? And there we should come to the cockpit photo again. Here we have it. And you see the printed MCP. I think I can nearer a little bit. Yes. The printed MCP has nearly the original side of the later MCP. And there is a gap over the MCP between it and the top cover of the glare shield. And I think I will have to close this before I continue with the electronics and the other part of the glare shield. Yes, not the glare shield, the MCP panel. And so I will have to lower this a little bit, redesign it a little bit, and to make this fitting better here inside. So there. And then I will make the front window covering, the middle post and the top frame. That will also be the same covering than the side windows. And then I will make the glare rings annunciators. Yes, the electronics, and connect them. I forgot a topic. The communication between the flight simulator and the hardware using an Arduino. There I will make a topic and a video that will cover this. And with this knowledge we gain from this video, we can make the annunciators of the glare rings, because these are just two buttons and some LEDs, and so it is easy enough for a first try. And then we'll come to the EFIS panel. It's a little bit smaller and has many buttons or encoders. Are these encoders? Just yes, some encoders there, and a little bit backlighting. And I will make first experiences with building a panel with this EFIS panel, and then with the MCP panel. So that's what I thought making until now. Have I showed this? Yes, I forgot to show this. Are glaring annunciators, EFIS panel, and MCP panel. Okay. So now I will have to look a little bit to the chat here. So what do we have here? Abby, I hope all this is well with you. Yes, yeah, everything is fine still. I hope you can see the stream now here, and you're not on the stream of the event I've scheduled. I think some people have found now their way into this stream here. Yes, Stefan, have you decided yet what cockpit software you are going to use? I decided this yes, some time ago. Yes, I want to use Prepared as a simulator, and I will use a software that connects then the Arduino with the PMDG and then to Prepared. It can also I can also change this this setting maybe, but I have seen some a builder who has made this completely based on the PMDG, and I think I will try this in the first run here because it's easier for me, I think, and it gives me the most possibilities to make things as I want them to run. I hope you know what I mean. For example, the CDU. It's most softwares just transmit the CDU so that you will have to use another graphic card and another monitor to show the display of the CDU. And you have two of them, so you will have to use two displays, and this will increase the amount of displays your computer has to drive. And I'm searching for a solution that I can take the informations that have to be displayed on the CDU and transmit them. And and the PMDG transmitted these informations. They have made some things for both CDUs separately, and then I could use an Arduino to show the display of the CDU on a TFT display, which can be connected to the Arduino and not to the computer. And so I think this will make it a little bit easier for the computer, and also gives me more possibilities in designing the CDU. Are you using, yes Sam, are you using mobiflight with the Arduino boards? No, I think I won't use mobiflight. I've tested mobiflight, and I've came to this topic in the last stream. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that mobiflight is designed to use one pin of the Arduino for every signal it will transmit. So for every LED you want to connect separately to the Arduino, you have to use one pin of it. And even with the Arduino Mega, you will run out of pins very fast, I think. And so I will use another solution. I will come to this solution later. I will show a website to you that I've discovered, and I think this can be the way I will go. But I will come to this later, yeah? Luke, yes, are you an engineer? No, maybe, if you can call this an engineer. I'm a software developer. I've learned, I've studied in informatics and worked as a software developer for a time, and I still do developing software in the job. But I would not call me an engineer. All what you see, what I'm doing, the woodworking, metalworking, programming, what you see is just a hobby. And I've learned this also most from YouTube, exactly. Yes, ProSim is a bit expensive. Yes, I know ProSim from the times where it costs 600 euros, dollars, I think, and now with the new strategy they've made, they doubled the prices, and you also have to pay a yearly fee to stay updated with the software. And I think this can be a step where many users may say there is a line that they don't walk over, especially the price. And everywhere where I read something about cockpit building, ProSim is the central system for building a Boeing. So I think even with this new price, ProSim will always be the most used software in cockpit building, because it is easy to connect your software with it, and especially if you buy plug-and-play hardware, you can really fast connect it to them and control it with ProSim. Oh. And there is a question a user has asked to me in the chat announcement before, and this is why I don't use ready-made devices. And this is most of all, the first thing is the price. When you come to pre-made devices that you can connect plug and play to your computer, it will cost you much money. And when you only want to make a little desktop software, a cockpit maybe, then you buy an MCP and put an EFIS side by side, and that's all. Then you sure can buy plug and play devices, put them into your USB connections, and you're ready to go. But if you want to build a cockpit, a full-size cockpit, I think plug and play hardware will be really expensive. And okay, when you say you have this budget, then why should you invest time and years to make this, when you just have to put in the plug? Yes, but for me, and this will come to the next question asked. This is not in my budget, and someone asked me what is my budget, and I had to think, and I have to say, yes, I have no budget planned, and that I will say I will stop the cockpit building when I have reached a special limit. And it's like a hobby. It's like a hobby. Think of building model trains. Many people have some miniature trains in their room, and this is a hobby. They increase it more and more, build new buildings, buy new trains. No one of them would stop building his miniature train when he has spent 10,000 euros or 5,000. You also don't stop going to your gym when you have spent 3,000 euros, and then after 5 years you say, okay, I will stop going to the gym. I think it's a hobby or something I do in my free time, and if I invest a little bit from month to month into this, then it will be okay. But I think I won't go big steps that will cost me big money. So I won't buy, for example, 3 projectors for a 180-degree screen. I wouldn't do this, or buy a full overhead panel. These are prices that are out of the range I would do and I would want to do. So so that's the reason why I build many things by myself, because I only have to buy a little bit of wood, and then all I have to invest is time. And I like to invest this time, and then I think it's okay for me to wait for things to become ready. So I will open the chat. I think I try to open the chat in a separate window here to have all your questions here. So there I have it. Okay. and we see them also on the monitor. Okay, we go to some other questions. So Mr. M. Baker, you have made a A320 with your own CNC panel, etc. Yes, and there I think it doesn't matter if it is a Boeing, a Dash, or an Airbus. You can learn from everyone on YouTube. I also look videos where people are making Airbus cockpits, because making the panels is the same strategy for all these, and you can learn from them when you look a little bit left and right from your own cockpit. So yes, Sam, do you have a temporary flight sim setup so you can keep flying? Yes. I don't have a dedicated flight sim setup at the time, and all I have is a flight stick. Is it a flight stick? Logitech flight stick, the X52, I think it is, and my monitor. That's all. And I've thought if I should go again more into this topic, flying a Boeing. I was there some years ago, but now I think I will concentrate on building this cockpit now, because flying the virtual Boeing will cost me now time that I could invest to build the cockpit to fly it in the future in this real flight sim setup. And so I have decided to spend the free time I have into building this full-scale cockpit instead of flying on the computer. I think when I come to building panels and more electronic hardware, I will come back to my computer and use the hardware from time to time to see which lights go on when I push this button, or how does this button react, and then I will make some more sessions on the computer. Yes. Ludwig, hi, good to have you here on the chat. So, there are no more questions left here now. So I will come to another topic I want to bring to you, and these are some websites I want to show you. I know most of you are Googling for home cockpit building for years now, maybe many years more than I'm doing, and we all discover the same websites. But I think, especially for people who are new to this cockpit building thing, it could be help to give some hints for good websites. So I have them here. And first of all, this isn't a website about cockpit building, but it is something I will visit this year, really. And I've decided to go to the FsWeekend in the Netherlands. And if you are living here near the Netherlands, I could say to you that it would be nice to go there. There are many exhibitions there. You can watch planes. The panel builders are there, and I think I will look for some rear panels to touch them in the reality maybe talk to some panel producers if they want to join this channel maybe, but this would be just my wish. Okay, so I will be there one day, I think, on the FsWeekend, and maybe we can meet each other. So when you see me on the exhibition, don't stop to say hi to me. Okay, now we come here to some websites, and one of these websites is Thingiverse. You may know Thingiverse when you have a 3D printer, because you can download nearly everything you want to print here, ready to load into your 3D printer and print it out. And one project here is a full overhead panel with, you can see it is very detailed. Every panel is made here. That's not the panel, okay. But he has also made these annunciator boxes and the separate panels here for the viewer system, for example. I'm not a fan of printing panels because the surface doesn't look really good. You can make it look good if you invest more time sanding it. There are some epoxy solutions you can put on your panel to make the surface more clean and flat and shiny. But I think out of the box, when you print a panel, it doesn't look so good that you can bring it to your simulator. Just my opinion. If you just want to have a panel to use it, to screw buttons behind, then this is a solution for you. Print it out, screw it in, and you're ready. And you also have to find a material, a PLA or ABS, which you print out, that will be backlightable if you want to do this with your panels. So, but just to maybe to download this file and look on the DXF file, maybe this could be very interesting. There are also other things like the classic Boeing buttons you can download there, different kinds of annunciator boxes, for example. So look out on Thingiverse if you can find something you need. The next thing here is the classic building an airliner crew seat tutorial. I think it's not really a tutorial. It's a step by step picture collection. But when you look to other cockpit building websites or videos, then I think you mostly find this chair here. Go down. You mostly find this chair here, and yes, to see this solution here will give you some good examples how to build such a chair. I think from the website you also can download real measurements for this chair, so there's everything there what you need to build the airliner crew seat. The next website here is he has also a YouTube channel, and he has very detailed plans of building special things of the cockpit. He has also a CNC router, and he can use this really good and make plans for all these things. Though we can go in here, which plans he has, I hope. Yes, there you can see. He has made windows here and a glass shield, everything cut out in different layers of MDF. I think many of you won't be able to build these things like heated just because you don't have a CNC router of this size. But just to get good measurements and some ideas how to make some things here, then this is a very good website for you. By the way, I will write down these links to these websites in the description. They are not there now, but I will make this when the stream is over. I will put the links in the description so you can go to this website, so you don't need to note these links here down. So we come to the next one, and this is, I think this is my first destination when I'm searching for ideas to build some details in the cockpit. Many of my ideas come from here, especially for the windows and the ceiling. And when we go here to the rear ceiling, for example, then you can see he has made everything very detailed. It's very detailed, documented here, from the paper template to cutting out aluminum and how to mount it here. And where do I have it? Here we come to all the different parts he has made, and you can see even the measurements are very detailed here. I think I'm missing angles from time to time, so you have to guess what the angles could be. But for being totally free, this is the website for you to get plans if you want to build a Boeing cockpit. Yes, and he has made these measurements for every piece he has done. So yes, just look to this website, flightdeck737.be, and get happy with this. And then I think many of you will know this website. It is, I can say, also the tutorial how to make a throttle quadrant for your Boeing. I've seen another tutorial which is detailed like this here, and even he has used this tutorial to build his throttle, so everyone, I think, is pointing to this tutorial here. You can download these plans for every throttle handle here, and so you can cut them out. I think I will cut them out with my CNC router later, but you can also cut this out with a scroll saw. I think this will be no problem. Yes, so not the only the woodworking part is here. I will scroll a little bit faster now. Don't be afraid. Here you can see the inner parts he has documented in detail. Even with this documentation, it is also difficult enough to build a throttle quadrant like this and very time consuming. But it is a great help. And now I will jump to the end here and to show you the final result. And I think you just from the photos you couldn't see any difference from a real Boeing throttle. So this is definitely worth to look on it. 737ngproject.be. Here we have another website. It's called Mini Cockpit. He doesn't have many tutorials or posts on the website concerning Boeing topics, but the posts he has are, I think, really new from the design, and he brings some new thoughts to the whole community. You can see here a dual concentric rotary encoder, or another, here we have it in English, an improved flap sensor. You can see here I've made a drilled through or cut out circle that can measure where the flaps handle is actual. And I think this is a design I have seen nowhere before at no other YouTube channel or Cockpit Builder website. And everything he does here, he makes it very detailed on a very high level. I think I won't reach this level of knowledge he has about electronic and software designing and engineering here, what it comes to. But it's definitely worth a look here to get some ideas how you can also do some things. So one next site I want to show you, and there we come to the to the system I will use to connect the PMDG with the simulator. And this website is handling the topic of connecting the PMDG to different panels and different software systems like ProSim, like the Arduino, and control and communicating with Yokes scripts or with an Arduino script. This is very much programming knowledge what goes into what is shown on this website here. And I think if you haven't programmed ever, then it will be very difficult for you to understand what is going on here. But if you have written a Yokes script, for example, or made a little Arduino script or a little C program, then you will understand what he is writing about, and it's definitely worth a look here if you're planning to make Arduino PMDG connection. So last website here is lowtone.de, and there are some really cool designs of the CDU on a visual system. He has made a 220-degree visual system with a curved screen, and he is documenting how he has set up his projectors, which projector he's bought, and how he has built his curved screen. And this is very detailed. He is making these detailed CAD drawings, and this is often a very good help. I think the pedals was our topic. What was very interesting here, you can see the whole design and how it came out with the metalwork and so on, and how he has connected them with gas springs and so on. And the FMC, I think it's a CDU, but here you will find on his website where it is, not the Eagle file, okay, this design, you can download this from his website, and you have the design of the PCB, what is behind the CDU. And this, I think, will help you very much to build your own CDU display, when you don't have to design the electronical connection of all these buttons yourself. Just download it from here and use it. I think it will work like this. I haven't done this already, but this website will be my first address when I will start building a CDU. So that were these are the websites I wanted to show you. So now let's look what has come to the chat here. Sam, yes, have you set a date of when you want to complete your cockpit? I have to calculate this. I'm saying from now on 7 years. This just an estimation. When I watch back how long some processes have took time, and how many things I will have to do in the future in the cockpit, then I think 7 years is a good estimation. One of you had that if I know the Norwegian 737 project, for example. Yes, of course, I know this. I've watched this many years before, and I'm following him still. He's not making videos anymore, or has other things to do. No, but there you can see he has also taken a time amount like this. It went for years and years when he built up his cockpit. Oh, Mario, hello, nice to have to hear you. Yes, I will keep on the hard work, and I can tell you it is hard work from time to time. I've said, I don't know if you have seen my first cockpit video. I've set the chairs in there, and from time to time I'm just sitting there in my cockpit. This what I have until now, and looking around me and just say, whoa, that's much work to do for the future. But I think you have to motivate yourself again and again, and yes, not seeing the whole amount of work what it is to do, but see small pieces, like I try with the schedule what I've presented you before, just cutting the whole project in small pieces and then finishing it piece by piece. So, Baker, looking forward to your CNC build and panel making. Yeah, thanks for sharing your build. Yes, this was a good, a difficult, not a solution, a decision. Difficult decision if I show this CNC build to you or not. But because it will take more time when I have to film this and comment all the steps and then cutting the video. And by the way, cutting the video goes faster and faster every video I make. So the last video I've took two evenings to edit and bring this online. It was my fastest editing I've done so far. But there are also some evenings, and that means days for you. You'll have to wait for new videos. But I think if you can learn something from these videos, then it is worth to do this. And especially building a CNC router is a topic many people are afraid to start, and there can be different reasons for it. Even if you build it from wood like me, you have to spend a little bit of money in the mechanical and electronical parts, but you can build a smaller CNC routers for just engraving small panels or making little PCBs if it is accurate enough to make this. And I just want to give you the knowledge how you can build a CNC, and that is not a big mysterium to make this, I hope. So. Yeah, okay. Then I've shown the website, I think. Have I done everything? The FsWeekend, yes, we have done so far. Are there any other questions here now, which you have, which I could answer to you? If not, then I could talk a little bit again what I can make in the cockpit in a far future now, what I've thought about. And then we'll come to the end of this stream already. I think we have started a little bit later than scheduled, and so we can give some minutes on top here. So I'll keep up. Yeah, Sam, you have to head off. Okay, thanks for being here. Nice that you were here, and I hope we'll see you in the next live stream and you are following the videos. Okay, Stefan, are you both days at the FsWeekend? No, I think not both days. I think it could be Saturday. But I will say this to you before I will start, because I'm not sure if we combine this with a little weekend in the Netherlands, or if I just drive to the exhibition in the morning, being there, and in the evening driving back home. I think that are four or a half hours from my home, so I could do this in one day. And if I would do this on Sunday, this would be a bad Monday for me. Kizzy, hi. Good to have you here in the chat. It would be the time to post your questions if you have any, because I'm already at the end nearly. Mari, are you planning to make the jokes? Yes, of course I'm planning to make the jokes. And I've not decided from which material I will make them. There are some possibilities. Printing them, 3D printing them is one of them, of course. But my actual printer I've shown them in the last stream. There you can see him. It's a Trunzi. Had only a working area of 15 by 15 centimeters, and this is way too small to print a joke, even a quarter joke. So I will have to get a bigger 3D printer if I want to print this. But I think I'm favoring the solution of making them from wood, and from different layers of wood, and bringing the electronic in between them, and then sanding and cutting and carving them to shape. I've seen some solutions of this. People have made them from wood and they are looking really good. We'll see. Even one has made them from glass cloth. I think this could be very difficult because it is very hard to sand this material from glass cloth and epoxy after that. Maybe I can make this from the acrylic one I'm using in many of my videos. But from at the moment I prefer the wood solution. And the jokes, just the part you have in your hands is only one part of a complete joke setup. There will metalwork come. You will have to connect the left and the right joke together, and this will be a very interesting topic. But yes, I'm planning to make this all, and if I'm making this, you will see this in a video. So, Baker, hope you have an understanding wife like I do. She brings me tea as I'm building my A320. Yes, my wife hasn't brought me tea to the basement. Yes, but yes, I also have a very understanding wife to this hobby, and she has assembled the ceilings with me. She came to me and asked me if she could carry the ceilings to the simulator room. So that's great. Yes, it's a very time-consuming hobby. I think that we all do know. And one big part of making this hobby is having someone who let you do this. Yes. Okay, I will show you the cockpit photo again, and then I talk a little bit about some steps in the far future which aren't written down in the schedule I've shown you before. And here, Stefan, it was good that you were here. And thank you for joining the stream. Have a good evening, and I hope we'll see us at the FsWeekend. So maybe if I don't see you, then I hope you see me here and say, stop, hey, it's me. Okay. Yeah, so the last topic, I'm showing something in the cockpit, and then I think I will end this stream. So I talked about the windows here, and these frames will be finished, and there is also a little frame behind here, a little bit of wood. Can I get a little bit nearer here? Yes, there. Behind the chart hole there is a little bit of wood visible. This I will also cover with this glass close and acrylic 1 solution. And then I think I will make up my way to the overhead panel, because I can divide the overhead into many small pieces which I can make separately, even at my desk and not in my shop. And so I can show you the making of every panel separately. I will have to look how long a video will be when I only make maybe here the electronic panel or the fuel panel. Maybe I will make a bunch of panels together in a video. We'll see this. And then I will go on and on more and more to electronic parts, connecting panels to the Arduino, to the computer, thinking about power supplies and so on. There will come more electronic to the channel, and even programming. When I'm doing this with the Arduino, I will have to program this by myself, but I will give you the source code on my website, so you can download and edit the code to your needs, what you will need. Yeah, and then I think I will come to the crew seats, because it is a good woodworking topic again. I think when I'm making the overhead for a long time, I will have enough of making electronics and want to come back to some good old woodworking from time to time. And I think the building the chairs would be a good topic here. and even covering the chair with cloth, for example, will be another interesting topic where I have to learn something new. And then when I'm coming to the Yokes or pedals here, I will have to build a base for the cockpit first. And I think this I will have to do when I come to do this, and then building this base, I will have to disassemble the whole cockpit again and set it on top of this base, and I will have to plan where the base have to leave room for connecting these two Yokes and the two pedals. This will be very interesting. And the CDU panel, the CDU bay will be a topic I can make when I've finished the CNC router, because I can route out these CDU panels. Yes. And then my big fear topic, the throttle here. I don't know when I will come to this. Maybe after the overhead and the crew seats, then I will start a big throttle project. I want to have a motorized throttle. I have to figure out if I can motorize the throttle if I've built an unmotorized throttle before. How difficult it can be to so I will close this. How difficult this can be to go from a non-motorized to a motorized throttle, or if I have to leave some space, some rooms in the throttle mechanism for a motorization later. So that I will have to figure out first, and then I will start building this throttle. Maybe motorized from the start on, but this I will see. And this I think will be a series of videos, maybe first doing the woodworking part and defining how far the different panels have to stay away from each other, and then making all the other stuff, metal stuff, the parking brake and so on, and then the electronic stuff in this throttle. I hope I can do this so, because you have to install many of the cables while you are building it, because you aren't able to get to the point where you have to install a cable later. So I think it will be mixed a little bit. Okay, that's for now. Mario, I need to leave. Yes, Mario, thanks that you were here. Have a good night also. And I think I will also end now the stream and say thank you to everyone who was live in here in the stream, even though if we had some problems with starting it. I hope it will be better at the next time. I'm still learning this streaming thing here. So during this project I'm on building the y-axis of the CNC router at the time, and I hope I will go online with this video soon, and I hope you will join the channel again to see this. So thanks for being here. Have a good night everyone, and I hope we'll see you soon back on the flight deck.